Hello everybody, welcome back to Create 6.0. In the last episode we built this greenhouse that has a wheat field in it. I got that windmill spinning. I really like the build. Inside you see we have, it's kind of this destroyed theme with this overgrown aesthetic, but this wheat field's going. I just in the last episode, so it's had no time to finish. But today we are going to the nether because we want blaze burners, because we want brass, and brass is just amazing. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to go to the nether and see if we can get blaze burner. Okay, I'm just going to build a nether portal right here because it's a nice little spot for it. Okay, I've made it into the nether, and we somehow got the worst possible biome. But I'm going to check the map to see if we can spot a fortress, because I think that's the best way to do it. That looks like a fortress right there. That is perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and try to dig to that spot, see if we can avoid lava. Okay, I've made it to the fortress with some bridging, but we're finally here. And let's hope we can get some blaze. Though I already see a ton of wither skeletons, which is strange. Let's try to jump past them. Break in. Okay, this can be dangerous. Okay, we've trapped ourselves hidden behind here. But luckily with this crafting table thing, we can make a blaze burner. Capture one of these guys. They're not getting away from us. Dodge and weave. No? No, it's too high. We'll take this one. Take this one. We gotta run. We gotta run. Oh my goodness. We can't die. We can't die. Oh my goodness. We're taking the whole spawner. Taking it. Run. Run. Oh, you can't run. You can't run holding spawners. I'm on fire. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Be fine. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We got this. We got this. No. Okay, they missed. Stupid wither skeleton spawned up here. No. 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 We're still alive. We're still alive. We're okay. Oh, the stupid magma's in the way. Place this. Kill it. We gotta kill it. We gotta kill it. We gotta... What? No! No! Okay, we went back and we got the spawner. There definitely wasn't 7 or 8 deaths occurring after. Definitely not. But we're gonna go ahead and put in the water so nothing spawns. Bop right there. And then we already got a blaze burner, so we can go ahead and set that up. But we gotta double check. Yeah, nothing's gonna spawn. Nothing's gonna spawn. But we gotta get this blaze burner set up so we can actually make brass. We can put it under our... Actually, we'll need a whole new setup. Give me a second. To get this set up, I made a mixer. We'll also need a basin. Forgot about that. But for now, let's see if we can actually get power to this. We're going to destroy this. This, and this. Get gearbox. No. No, we have to set it below. Like that. We can get the cog right there. And then we could power the... right here. We'll also need a basin. I forgot about that. Let's see. Basin. Perfect. Very cheap. Put that there, and then we'll have to get this right here for it to work. And then, well, actually, weird idea. Weird idea. Just put a slab there so we can actually feed it. Perfect. Okay, making brass is actually very simple. You really just need to throw zinc and copper in. And you also need to heat up the blaze burner. It'll take anything that cooks, so wood, coal, charcoal, stuff like that. And then it'll mix together and make brass, which is perfect. It's actually a really big step in Create because there's so many things you can do with brass. First of all, like brass funnels. They're useful for all sorts of things. Really, filtering is very important for brass funnels, because you can actually filter items. The brass hand will let us make deployers, which is something we're definitely going to be using today, because I want to make a little mining setup using the deployers. Okay, speaking of a mining setup, the first thing I actually want to do is make an elevator all the way down to bedrock, so that we can mine without having to, go down a staircase. So I made a 4x4 here, which it was just a 5x4 by accident. The nether portal is going to be moved down a level, I think. I think I'll make a little basement, so there will be a few floors to this elevator. Probably one at 12, one at the basement, and one at, negative 58 or whatever it is. But we need a ton of drills, so we can actually auto drill all the way down there. So we're going to make drills, and I think we're going to just make a rope pulley or elevator pulley. I think a rope pulley is going to be better, and then we'll have to make an elevator pulley for the actual elevator. I wanted to show you this. Now that we have an actual mixer set up, we can make andesite alloy cheaper just by throwing the stuff in the mixer. It's basically 1-to-1 ratio instead of a 2-to-1 ratio, which is half as cheap, I guess. Now it's time for the actual drill setup. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue all of these 16 drills together, and then we're going to set the rope pulley up right there. And all we really need to do is power it. We could use a hand crank, but I think I'm just going to get some water wheels set up so that it kind of... Okay, I got the water wheels set up. I gear ratioed a little bit, but now we can take the water out because I think it's hit the bottom. And we can go the other direction so that it gets pulled back up. And as you can see, it drilled all the way down. I threw some chests on there, so collect the materials. So there's a few chests on there, but this is going to help us a lot with the elevator, because we can now just make the elevator and not worry about the giant pit. Now that it's all the way back up, we got 6 diamonds out of that. That's awesome. Oh, we can't do nothing because that's there. Let's go ahead and let's just take the whole thing apart. Take that out, that. Grab the water. Because obviously that is not going to be powering the elevator. That would look atrocious. But let's take all this out, and then it's so nice we can actually just use the carry-on mod for these chests right here. See if I put... Wow, we actually got a pretty good haul. I guess the 4x4 was a good idea. Let's put everything in there for now, so we can go ahead, make an inventory space, and just kidnap this chest. And we can do that to all of them. It's time to collect the materials we actually need for the entire elevator. And sadly, that includes some quartz, which we spawned in like the worst biome for. So I'm going to make a little montage of me collecting the materials, and hopefully we get some quartz. Okay, I have put in the elevator and the elevator pulley, but the problem is we're going to need a way to power it, and I'm thinking windmill again. Windmill is fire. Windmill is key here, so I'm going to scaffold my way down, or anti-scaffold, I guess. But this little elevator we built is everything in place but power, but once it has power, it'd be great. I even put the elevator control in. So I gotta go make some windmills, I think. Okay, I got an elevator, windmill bearing, I mean. And we're going to make a little windmill off of this. Put the wood in, and then probably put a little button in, and then we gotta build up the wool. After we have all the wool in place, I glued it together. Now let's just dig our way down. See how it looks. Ow. But I think it's looking pretty good. The shape is kind of hard. I actually had to Google that stuff. Some, like, what's it called? Reference pictures. I had a hard time with it, but I think it looks pretty nice. And it'll hopefully give us enough power to run our entire elevator. But we will have to gear ratio it for sure, because I want an elevator that's at least slightly speedy. Oh, I missed those trapdoors. That sucks. I don't know if I have to wait for it to go all the way around, but I'll re-glue those trapdoors. Okay, now that the elevator officially has power, the next thing we're going to have to do is put in all our levels. I think I want 3 levels. Well, I guess for this one, a basement, which will go down, I don't know, 10 blocks, maybe 7, 8 blocks maybe. So we could put our nether portal in the basement. And then we'll want one at Y12 and Y negative 58. But flip it around, and once it does that, you know it is an elevator bearing. I'll build back up, and then we'll have to dig back down again. Get all the way down here, it's really simple to get all the way back up. As you can see, all I did was use that leveler, and I called the elevator down. So all you have to do is power them. In case you're making an elevator system where you want to call the elevator, just put a redstone signal on it. And now we can use the elevator to get actually all the way back up to the top. And then I think it's time to actually put a build on this, because I'm not just going to leave it like this, obviously. Now it's time for an actual montage, because I'm not going to leave this like this. It's time to put an actual build on it. We'll make the lining like here. So it'll be a pretty small build, but it'll have to be pretty tall to accompany the elevator itself. Okay, the build is done. I had this little thing on the side just to pop of like stone. The inside is not done though. Now that is an important part, because our nether portal is going to be on the 2nd floor, and we want it to look at least semi-nice. So we're going to put a little wall in here, and then we're going to decorate the 2nd floor and make a little, just a little area for a nether portal. Okay, the build is basically, well, officially done. As you can see, I actually made a little basement for our nether portal. And I'm not going to go in right now because I died too many times to ever want to go back. But we're going to go down to the bottom floor because I actually have one more thing I need to do today. Okay, now that we're back down here, I actually have a plan. I want to make a tunnel board using Create, which is why we did all this brass stuff, so we can actually make something that auto mines for us. Okay, here it is. I got this to pick up the rails. I have a little seat so I can sit. I have all the drills, all the chests, and I made sure this was a furnace minecart so I could feed it coal and stuff. I saw Chosen Architect do this, and I figured that was better than using powered rails or something, just because I'll have a ton of coal eventually. Time to get it going. I have a setup down here, and I'm confident this will work. I'm not 100% sure, but all we should need to do is power it, and then bam, it starts mining for us. This is amazing. I might just sit here and kind of watch it mine for a bit, see what we can get. And I'll light it up on the way. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right here. Jesus, it is dark. But I stopped it because while I was in F4, I saw this lava. It's also a spawner up here, This kind of feels like it's cheating, but I wanted to get an image of it mining, like a little clip. Well, we're going to take this out. Let's stand in the light I placed at least, because this is actually the end of the episode. We got 16 diamonds, and I think there's actually some in here. But this episode's taken quite a bit. I really wanted to get this mining setup done. So I spent a little extra time on this episode than I would have liked to, but I had a lot of fun and it'll be very helpful for the future. So I would like to thank you for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode.